Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into one of the biggest, most stressful challenges for parents right now, screens. Let's be honest, it can feel like a total minefield. But don't worry, we're going to cut through the noise and distill all the research into a clear, actionable guide you can actually use.
Okay, whoa, let's just pause on that for a second. Screen time is the new tobacco. That is a powerful, frankly kind of scary comparison. And it's not just for shock value. Experts are making this comparison for a reason. So let's start right there and really understand what the stakes are.
So, first things first. If you've got that nagging voice in your head, that little bit of anxiety every time your kid picks up a screen, you're not alone. We're going to validate that concern by looking at what the actual research says.
And look, this isn't just speculation. We're talking about pioneering MRI studies, like the ones from Cincinnati Children's Hospital, that show measurable changes in a child's brain. We can actually see weaker connections in the parts of the brain responsible for language and reading in kids who have more screen time. Then you layer on the fact that these apps are literally designed by engineers to be addictive. And get this, a parent's own phone use, it's now being compared to secondhand smoke. Think about that. Our distraction, our disconnection, it's in the air they breathe.
You know what's really wild? It's not just us who see the problem. Our kids feel it too. A huge study from the Pew Research Center found that 72%, that's almost 3/4 of teenagers, admit that they're paying a price for how much they use their devices. They know it's messing with their sleep, getting in the way of real friendships, and destroying their focus. They just feel trapped.
So the obvious question is, right, should we just throw all the devices in a bucket of water and be done with it? It is a very tempting thought. I get it. But as it turns out, the research suggests it's not quite that simple. A total ban might actually backfire on us.
Okay, so if banning everything isn't the magic bullet, then what is? This leads us to a really crucial shift in how we think about this. It's about moving from a strategy of control to one of connection. This is about playing the long game.
So think about it like this. Over here on the left, you've got the banning mindset. It comes from a place of fear, and that's understandable. But it's all about control, restriction, and honestly, it usually just ends in a fight. But on the right, you have the balance mindset, and this is a total game changer. It's not about control, it's all about connection. It's about having conversations, educating them, and building a foundation of trust.
And this right here, this is the core of it. This idea from the Danish is just brilliant. Instead of our default being no, we shift our goal to helping our kids know how to navigate this complicated world. That opens the door for real conversations, and that relationship becomes the best protection they could ever have. It means when they see something scary online, and they will, they'll come to you instead of hiding.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's get practical. It's time to open up the playbook. We're talking about concrete, actionable tools and strategies you can start using, like tonight. So before you even think about getting your kid a phone, here's a fantastic little framework to use. It's called the 4 R's. The research is super clear on this. There is no magic age. It's all about maturity. Walking through these 4 questions, responsibility, rules, risks, and reasons, will give you a much clearer picture of whether your kid is actually.
And when that day comes, please don't just hand over the phone and walk away. This is so key. Sit down with them and create a family agreement together. Something simple like this. When you involve them in setting the family values, it's not just about rules anymore. It gives them a sense of ownership. It makes them a partner in this whole process.
You know, when we do have to enforce these rules, it's so easy to slip into punishment mode. But we've got to remember, discipline isn't about punishment. The root of the word is to teach. And all the research shows that teaching only works when it comes from a place of warmth and connection. That warmth is the foundation that makes our kids receptive to the structure and the boundaries we need to set.
Okay, let's get real for a minute. Nobody is a perfect parent. We all mess up. We all have moments we're not proud of. So this last section is, well, it might just be the most important one of all. It's all about getting really good at the power of repair.
Oh man, we have all been there, haven't we? That moment you just snap. You yell about the stupid tablet one more time, and then immediately that horrible wave of guilt washes over you. And you think, great, I've just messed up my kid forever. But here's the thing, that moment of rupture is actually a massive opportunity.
So how do you fix it? Well, the clinical psychologist Dr. Becky Kennedy lays out this beautiful, simple 3-step process. And notice, step 1 starts with you. You have to tell yourself, I'm a good parent who is having a hard time. Once you're calm, you can go to your child and reconnect. It's not about groveling, it's about modeling what it looks like to take responsibility for your actions.
And this right here is the absolute key. A real repair never, ever has the word but in it. The second you say, I'm sorry, but you were driving me crazy, you've lost. You've just blamed them again. By taking full ownership, you are literally changing the story they're telling themselves in their head. You're replacing their self-blame with a feeling of safety and trust.
So let's end on this powerful quote from Dr. Kennedy. That 15-second intervention she's talking about, that's the repair. And the lifelong impact isn't just about screen time. It's about reinforcing your child's core belief that they are safe with you, that relationships can be mended, and that they are worthy of love even when things are imperfect. Parenting isn't about being perfect. It's about recognizing that the moments after we mess up are what truly build resilience and strengthen our kids. So remember that. It is never, ever too late to repair.